Hello.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, everything.
One second, one second. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
How is the work?
Alhamdulillah, everything is fine.
Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah. So,
Yesterday you have the internet issue.
you were having the internet issue, or I was.
Me, not you, me. Yesterday.
Okay. Yes. I thought that that issue is also continuing now because I sent you WhatsApp, so it was not reaching you. So I thought today is also the issue.
No, today is okay, not good. Today is good. No.
Alhamdulillah.
Today I taken my drive from the office. I have like a mobile internet. I took today from the office to me with me.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, just I was talking about F6 that I have an issue with
Yes.
the problem is that you are giving paper in March, right? Sorry, in June,
Yeah.
and the syllabus of F6 or the rates you can say will change in March.
Yeah.
So the issue is that if we start studying from now, okay,
Yeah.
so our rates will changed in March. Then we have to
Yeah.
just revise the rates again.
Yeah.
So there are two options. One option is that we start studying F6 now, okay,
Yeah.
and when in March we are notified of the changes, then we just look at the changes. If there is any change, we can just change our mind for our rates in our notes, then we can continue.
Yeah, that good, that good. That's the right way because the change not be to be big, very big change. The change, it is a change not to be very big, not for the like material change, material change is very small. Maybe the rate increasing or decreasing. That not never not the issue.
Okay, but when I discussed with some people, they said that it will be difficult because you have to remember the rates when we will be
Yeah.
working on rates. When we will just looking at the rates, then the rates will change again. So yeah, you have to do the effort two times for it.
But
Okay.
for me, I don't have time if to not start now. I plan to start from now to that is the ACCA not to be to change it to. I know that to change for the long time. For 1 year, I know that, but the change is not very difficult now. Like F5, the change is not very big.
No, look at the thing. The changes in F5, F4, and F7, F8. It is not an issue because it is not the ACCA is changing that. Okay, and when we talk about F6, the
Yeah.
government, the UK government will change the tax rates. Okay,
Mm.
so this is the difference. In F5, they bring change very gradually, and they are very small changes. They are not material
Yeah.
at all, and they bring very good changes. I mean by good changes, they bring gradually. They will let you know before 2 years that we are bringing a change. Okay,
Yeah.
but in
Yeah.
F6 they do not bring changes. The government will bring changes, and if the UK government changes the tax a lot, okay, then there will be an issue. That's what I'm saying. The ACC will not bring change in the tax. The rates and the criteria, or maybe the slabs and anything could change. That's why I'm saying that there are two options. One is this, that we do it two times. It's not an issue for me, but this could create some confusion. Okay. The
But
second,
for me, I planned. something in my mind because I don't have the time in the future to spend to sit to study because I want to focus on the work also because my position not able to get the time because now I get the time to do that one to study. So after like if you start from the March to maybe to change everything also for me not able to study can take on one paper I go to for the exam that is for me is good. But if you not study from now, I'm not able to study after the March because the time is very limited. Only 3 months, 3 months, 3 months because I every day I come to from office like this time and also study and again to start the work because I don't have the full time to study because that is a very issue to me. We need
Okay.
I start that earlier to clear what I able to do. If not able to do, can get the solution immediately because the work also for the position is very hard, tough for me because my line manager he's left the job. He have the like the he's not well. He gets the exit visa from Sudan, and also I'm taking other position like the operation director of the organization. The portfolio is very big, like 20 million euro. So we are getting, I don't have the time to sit it and to again to make a new plan, and that one for me is not is difficult. So even though not okay, no problem. I can stop the if five six can start it to complete the task complete the if five. I will see other option in future.
No, I'm not saying to just drop it. I'm saying that I have no issue in starting it. Okay. The thing I want that we do it to pass the paper. Okay. If we I
Uh-huh.
was thinking for a second option. What is the second option? I am saying that if you will
Uh,
say whatever you will say, it will be done like this because you know how to manage your time. Okay. I have given you my time and I have committed this time. Okay. So I have one option that we give a full throttle on F5. We take 6 classes for F5. Okay. And we
okay.
try to complete it before March or
Okay.
try to complete it till March. Then
Okay.
when we are done with F5, then we have April, May, 2 months, whole 2 months for only F6. No,
But
actually, we
we
have
are
March, April, May, 3 months we have for F6.
okay.
Okay,
But
I'm
I
saying
can attend the exam. You are seeing if you get it like this to attend the exam.
sorry, repeat your question.
If we are work like this, can attend the exam
Yes, there is no issue in that. I think why are you thinking like this? You cannot attend the exam.
because we need time to study also because SCA, we need time to sit and study.
No, I think when we are doing F5, you're also giving F5 in June, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we give full time to F5 to
Okay. Yeah.
complete it as early as possible. Okay.
Okay.
Then we shift to F when we will when we will complete till March. Inshallah, we'll try to complete most of F5. And I've seen your commitment, you can complete it. Okay.
Okay.
So when we complete F5 till March, we have 3 months for F6.
Okay.
We are just free from F5. Now we are doing on F6. I'm saying this because I know the changes will be there and it could affect your preparation. And if you want, I have no issue. I will start.
Okay. No problem. Can go like this. No problem. Okay. Okay.
You can just
Okay.
think. I have done this. I have taken advice from 2-3 peoples who have studied F6. Okay, who are
Okay.
currently studying F6. That's why they said that it will create a problem in the mind of the student. That rates will change, the slabs will change. It will create problem for him. So this is my this. I thought that this could be an option. You can think about it. I have it is not hard. It is not hard and fast. You can think about it. We can discuss it tomorrow. I
Okay,
can
no problem. Can do whatever we need it, no problem. I will see it. If I'm not able to do, I can attend this five in June. I will see
I
six in future. No,
I have
no problem, no problem.
I don't think so there would be the case like this. We will just achieve that target. We have to give full time to F5. We will just do 6 classes and per week. So we'll complete it till March.
Okay, see, no problem. Okay, okay, no problem. Can start, no problem. Okay.
Okay, you can just this is not my decision. We are just consulting.
No problem, no problem. Bilal, do
Yes.
whatever you see is comfortable to you and to see what is the good for me, and that no problem. For me is not issue.
Look,
Because we are discussing, you know, you are seeing better than me. Also, you are ACCA holder, not I am always student who is thinking in my mind. That also that even no need also can I can start I can study because you are to get the better plan for me, because that one is very important to know. I know what is the what can affect in our study. You see what is that thing? No problem. Okay, can go to 5. No problem. We take
as
a
soo-
full
as
6
soo-
plus to 5.
okay, as soon as I get the go ahead that F6 have changed and the rates are revised, then we'll just start that F6.
Okay, no problem, no problem,
You can
no problem.
also consult in your area
No
where
problem, no problem. I not consult anyone because the Sudan, if the consult no, will not get anything for that also. Don't worry. Okay.
okay.
I will will agree. Will agree. What you are consulting, we are agree.
Okay. Still, if you have any issue, we can discuss. Okay. Still,
No problem, bro.
okay. So
Okay,
now we have to move again to our F5 till
okay.
now. Okay. Let me just share the screen first. Give me some time. I have to open the file. I have not opened it because I was thinking that what we'll be studying. Downloads. Move PM. Okay, we were doing notes now. First,
Yeah.
I just forgot to send you that notes as well. Give me a minute. We studied environmental accounting now.
Yeah, we started but not finished. We are started like only I started like 5 minutes. We are stopped.
Okay. Must have this file.
We finished the life cycle.
Yes, we cleared it. The environmental accounting now. This. One second. We were just accounting for environmental cost.
Yeah.
Okay. Then accounting for environmental cost, we were discussing the internal failure cost. Internal failure cost is the failure which occurred inside the company. Okay. And we are just trying to dispose the goods and treat it inside the company. When the wastage is outside the company, and if we just try to minimize the cost of that, minimize the wastage or the environmental effect of that, so that is called external failure cost. Okay. Many businesses activity takes place at the cost of the environment, and some of these costs are felt by society as a whole. Externalized costs are those of which wider society has to pay at least an element. Example, global warming. Because of the company, all the organization, all the society has to bear something. So that is called externalized cost. For example, for global warming, or everybody is paying a price. Okay. Then moving forward, accounting for environmental cost, F5 label is concerned with the information and internal decision making only. It is not concerned with how environmental information is reported externally. Okay. When we talk about this, we don't have any specific information which we have to give externally, or it is not practical. Just we have to just share information about it, what we are doing for the environment. Okay. Then input output flow analysis. The idea of the analysis that what comes in must go out. Material inflows are recorded and balanced with outflows. This forces the business to account for the difference and therefore focus on environmental cost. When something comes inside the company, example for material, then it should go out. So we are just checking the differences, what is done to the material, and if there is any wastage, how to treat that. And if we have incurred some cost to treat, so that is called environmental cost. Okay. Then flow cost accounting. Material flows through an organization are divided into three categories. When we talk about material, there are three types of flow for the material. One is material, system and delivery, and disposal. First comes material, then there are systems to deliver that material, then we have to dispose it. The value and cost of each material flow is then calculated. The aim is to reduce the quantity of the material, which should reduce business total cost in the long term and have a positive effect on the environment. We have to do something to just reduce the cost and environmental impact of that material. When we talk about chemicals and when we talk about something dangerous in the industry, so that we have to discharge or use it properly, that it does not cost anything to the environment, it does not affect the environment. That is called flow cost accounting. Okay. I'm reading it again. The value and cost of each material flow is then calculated. The aim is to reduce the quantity of materials, which should reduce business total cost in the long term and have a positive impact of the environment. If we are reducing the material, that is also good for sustainability. For example, we are using petrol as a raw material. If we reduce our raw material, that will be good for the world, so that petrol will not be used that much. Okay. Then now it is talking about ABC costing relating to environmental accounting. Okay. In order to fully integrate environmental cost into their management accounting, organization can apply ABC principles to the environmental cost. Environmental costs would be grouped together into environmental cost pools, and each pool would be associated with an environmental cost driver. Okay. Individual product that pass through the most polluting process would therefore absorb more environmental costs than cleaner or more green products. For an ABC in general, this will lead to increased awareness of the environmental cost, better product pricing, better production decision. Okay. Can you relate ABC to it? It is, I think, clear. Okay. Then we talk about life cycle costing, relating it to environmental accounting. Environmental costs are considered from the design storage of a new product right up to the end of the life cost, such as decommissioning and removal. The consideration of future disposal or remediation cost at the design stage may influence the design of the product itself, saving on the future cost. Okay. Then environmental management accounting again. Which page is this? One second. Okay. Now we are talking about environmental management accounting. Okay. EMA is a generation and analysis of both financial and non-financial information in order to support internal environmental management process. It is complementary to the conventional financial management accounting approach with the aim to develop appropriate mechanism that assists in identification and allocation of environmental related cost. The major areas for the application of EMA are in the assessment of annual environmental cost expenditures. What are the major areas where the EMA will be applied? In the assessment of annual environmental cost, what we spent on the environmental cost in the full year. When we are pricing the product, we include the environmental cost in it. When we are budgeting, when we are appraising the investment or calculating the cost and saving of environmental projects or setting quantified in performance targets. Okay. Then EMA is a wide ranging in its scope, techniques, and focus on normal management accounting. There is still no precision in the terminology associated with EMA. EMA is viewed as being an application of conventional accounting that is concerned with the environmental induced impacts of companies. Actually, there is no specific method of environmental accounting, management accounting, just it is giving emphasis on environmental cost and traditional method is used. Okay. Impacts of companies measured in monetary units, company related impacts on the environmental system expressed in physical units. EMA can be viewed as a part of the environmental accounting framework and is defined as using monetary and physical information for internal management use. Okay. ACCA has also published a research report outlining agenda of action of full cost accounting, which contains a detailed review of the business case for full environmental costing. One example of the potential gains from using full costing, sometimes referred to as life cycle costing, can be seen in a case of Xerox Limited. Okay, Xerox Limited, a subsidiary of Xerox Corporation, introduced the concept of life cycle costing for some pages are missing in that 76. Oh, it's not opening. Can you open the page number 76 in your file?
I don't have that in the laptop.
Sorry?
In the laptop, page 26, 27.
Yes. Yeah, you are with me in this Xerox company.
Yeah.
Okay. I have shared on the screen as well. The core business of Xerox Limited is manufacturing photocopiers, which are leased rather than sold. They are just manufacturing the photocopy machine and they are leasing it. This means the machines are returned to Xerox Limited at the end of their lease. They are the customer is returning the machine. Previously, machines were shipped on a range of different types of packaging, which could rarely be reused by customer to return to the old copiers. Previously, machines were shipped in a range of different types of packaging, which could rarely be reused by customers to return to the old copiers. The customer had to dispose of the original packaging and to provide new packaging to return to the machine at the end of its lease. They were packaging the machine in such a way that it cannot be reused. When they return the machine to the original supplier, so it cannot be used, then they have to package it again. Okay.
Okay.
Which in turn could not be used to reshape other machines. This meant Xerox lost the original cost and had to bear the cost of the disposal of the packaging. Then again, they are having a machine and now they have to just bear the cost of disposal of the packaging as well. Machine and the packaging as well. New system was invented which used a standard pack tote. The types of tote were introduced to suit the entire range of products sold by Xerox. Totes can be used for both new machines delivery and return care cases. The whole chain cost analysis showed the considerably lower cost of the tote system compared to the previously existing system, and the supply chain became more visible. The tote system resulted not only in cost saving but also in the reduced depack times and improved customer relations. They just scrap that packaging method and just introduce new system which can be reused, so that they save their cost. It was less expensive, and it improve the customer relation as well. Okay.
Okay.
Then there's a Bureau developed a multi-dimensional framework for EMA. This framework considers distinction between the 5 dimensions: internal versus external, physical versus monetary classifications, past and future timeframes, short and long term, ad hoc versus routine information gathering in the proposed framework for the application of EMA. Within the framework, the different techniques of EMA, such as environmental life cycle costing or environmental cost accounting, can be placed and assigned. The management of a company can choose appropriate tools on the basis of their information needs. This can be used for applying the environmental management accounting. This is not an important model, so we are going through it. Okay.
Okay.
Then redefining the
Okay.
cost. A literature review reveals various approaches to a definition of environmental cost. In 1988, the US Environmental Protection Agency argued that definition of environmental cost depended on how a company intended to use the information. For example, in capital budgeting or a product design, they introduced terminology that distinguished between conventional costs, potentially hidden costs, contingent costs, and image and relationship cost. Okay. So conventional costs are those raw materials, energy costs having environmental relevance. Potentially hidden costs are those which are captured by accounting system, but then lose their entity in overheads. Contingent cost may be incurred at a future date. For example, costs for cleaning up. They are also referred to as contingent liability. It is just telling where we were using these terms. Now they are in environmental accounting. We are redefining the cost. That what will be the cost incurred because of the environmental accounting. We are just changing the terms. Okay. If there is an issue, let me know. So I will just hang on. Costs are intangible in nature and include, for example, the cost of producing environmental reports. However, such costs pale into insignificance when compared with the costs associated with being seen to behave in an irresponsible manner. The infamous Brand Spar incident that cost the Shell Oil Company millions of pounds in terms of lost revenues, where the resultant consumer boycott is an example of the powerful influence that environmental concerns has in today's business environment. Shell learned the lesson, albeit somewhat belatedly, and as a result, completely re-engineered environmental management system. There was a case of in Shell company that they did not process the oil well, just left it in the river. So this was a bad thing, and it and some companies and some we can say NGOs worked on it and just they put it on the Shell, and their image was very much disturbed. Then the sales were also down because of this case. So this environmental accounting, if you're not doing it or if you're not presenting the data well, this could cause a bad image for the company. Okay.
Okay.
Actually, because there's no practical part of this, so we are just discussing the theoretical part, and this theoretical part will be present in the notes to accounts and something there, because there's no practical thing here.
Yeah.
Then input-output analysis is a technique that can provide useful environmental information. We are just analyzing the input in the company and the output. Okay. This technique records material flows with the idea that what comes in must go out or be stored. The purchase input is regarded as 100% and is balanced against the outputs, which are produced, sold, and stored goods, and the residual regarded as waste. Materials are measured in physical units and include energy and water. At the end of the process, the material flows can be expressed in monetary terms. Process flow charts can help to trace inputs and outputs. In particular waste, they demonstrate the details of the process so that the relevant information can be allocated to main activities. Okay. I'm not going in detail because this is not an important thing. Okay. We have to just end the meeting after that. Then ABC costing represents a method of managerial cost accounting technique, and ABC applied to the environmental cost. We have just already discussed that which our product is affecting the environment more, we will just absorb more environmental cost in that. Okay.
Okay.
Volume of the emission or waste, toxicity of the emission and waste treated, environmental impact added, volume multiplied by input per unit of volume, volume of the emission treated, the relative cost of treating different kind of emissions. We are just looking at that what the product, which our product is emitting more carbon dioxide or whatever, which is not good for health. Then we'll just put environmental cost, absorb more environmental cost in the on that product. Okay. Now we are just relating every aspect to environmental accounting. Life cycle costing, environmental management as part of TQM. The pursuit of environmental quality management via the development of an environmental management system can only be achieved. The environmental audit is a concomitant feature of such a system. In this respect, the organization becomes self-regulating and undertaking environmental audits on a regular basis provides a platform for the organization to adopt a self-critical and analytical posture as a part of their routine organization management process. Organizations should be striving to achieve an integrated environmental strategy underpinned by same type of culture is required for the successful operation of program of TQM. When we talk about environmental management system, we are talking about quality to reduce the waste. Okay. And to reduce waste, we must create what you can say environment. Okay. So if there are environmental audits in the company and they are critical for their environment, so this can be achieved. TQM is a part of that process. Okay. We'll just study TQM as well in later stages. Okay.
Okay.
It is arguable that two are inextricably linked insofar as good environmental management is increasingly recognized as an essential component of TQM. In common with TQM, the focus is upon continuous improvement and the pursuit of excellence. We are just trying to achieve excellence in TQM. Such organizations pursue objectives that systems need to be able to support such environmental objectives, where the provision of feedback on success or otherwise of the organization offers in achieving such objectives. This approach to environmental quality management requires the development of environmental performance. Many, if not all, TQM accounting techniques can be modified and adopted to help management environmental issues. Okay. TQM can be related to environmental accounting. Okay. In total quality management, we are going towards continuous improvement. And when we relate to environmental accounting, we are trying to achieve good, or you can say we are trying to save the environment from any harm. So we can relate TQM and environmental management accounting. Okay.
Okay.
Now you can read the conclusion for me. So we'll just you must have a conclusion in your mind.
It can be that the most companies do not know about the extent of their environment costs and that tend to undermine them. That lead to distort the calculation of the environment option. For the example, Amuroko Yokohama refer to the establish their environmental cost as 3% of the card operational cost. Actually, comprise 2020 of the non-card operational cost as the case study of the DIS 8L 1998 related. However, the study also discovered a large population of the environment cost where the cases by the other processes that had not been identified by the AMOCO. IMA can solve this problem. The above mentioned, according to technique, are useful for the IMAT identify and allocated the environment cost. In addition, there are alternative techniques to estimate the environment cost, such as the environment cost decision tree described by the ROM 2000. The most significant problem of the IAM lies in the absence of the clear the definition of the environment cost. This means it like that the organization are not monitoring and reporting such costs. This increase in the environment cost is likely to continue, which will result in the increasing information need of the manager and provide the similarity of the agreement of the clear definition of if generally applicable, the meaning of the environment cost is the established to use of the IAM will probably increase with the positive effect of the both organization and environment in which they operated in the future. It will not only be large companies which can afford the implemented of the IAM, but also small and medium-sized enterprise which have fewer available financial resources.
Any issue in this? Or there are many issues? No answer. Hello?
Hello, yes?
Is there any issue in this or you are clear about it?
It's very clear.
Okay, alhamdulillah. Okay, now we just 1 second. We have to move towards throughput accounting, right?
Yeah, throughput account.
Okay. So starting with throughput accounting.
Okay.
Directly moving towards throughput accounting. Here we'd be just studying what theory of constants. Constants are the bottlenecks. Then golden 5 steps. Then throughput accounting. When we throughput accounting ratios, throughput accounting and decision making, return per hour, cost per hour, throughput accounting rate, throughput accounting rate, and the products, division, and limiting factor scenarios. These are some parts of this topic. Okay.
Okay.
Then first we are talking about throughput accounting and the theory of constants. Theory of constant. The theory of constant is the production system where the key financial concept is the maximization of throughput while keeping conversion and investment cost to the minimum. We are not investing anything. We are not increasing our capacity. We are just increasing our contribution through maximizing the product, which is giving more return to us. Okay.
What mean the theory of consideration mean?
I'm just renewing a meeting because there is less than 1 minute. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Then I will share.